Hi guys, Sifu Scott Tarbell, good morning, Shah Martial Arts. Today we'll be taking a look at some angular stepping for the Wing Tsun, particularly in the Lat Sau and when you're trying to close distance, but your opponent's very strong on the center line, how we can kind of use these angles to be able to cut into the center line. So remember, in your traditional Wing Tsun, like the old styles, Wing Tsun was broken up into 3 center lines, right? You have your middle, and then you would have 2 to the outside, which indicated angular structure, being able to go in and wedge. All right, so your wedging is not just with the hands always, but with your footwork and with your angles as well. This is reinforced later on at the wooden dummy levels as well with the 5 blossom footwork pattern. All right, so with that, let's get started. So we start with a good character 2. I'm going to start with Lat Sau, right? And then right from here, what we're going to do is I'm going to give a pop, and I step in with shin. All right, now from here, encountering pressure, I'm going to take this fist that's behind, I step to the side, and I punch in, and then I advance, boom, boom, like this, all right? So this is one way that we can start with the footwork. So from here, pop and punch, right? Now from here, the punch underneath, I step, and I drive this one in, and then stepping, like this, all right? So this is the basis. So 1, right, stepping, 2, like this, right? So I attack initially on the center line here, right? But what happens inevitably is that my maybe opponent is very strong, right? And I can stay and do all of these things, but instead I use the footwork and punch, right, to drive through, and then punching this way, which we call the gate trapping. If I can punch and I can seal my opponent's arms against their body simply with forward pressure in my punching, this is always a good methodology to be able to use for sparring, for self-defense, is getting off the line of attack and being able to use heavy pressure and jamming steps. Right, so if we're looking at it as a pattern, right, you want to train your footwork side to side, right, what we do is we go pop and punch, I step, I punch, boom, 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 and then I can step again and punch, right, just like this. I step, turn, see that I turn and I lead with the punch, and then I'm advancing, I step, I turn, leading with the punch, and then I go in. So remember, in Wing Tsun, typically, about 90% of the time, when you're going forward, your punch is going to go forward before anything else because we don't want to telegraph with the body so that our opponent can see our forward momentum from the body. Typically, we'll go forward with the punch and then the body will follow. Also, the reason for this is that we get power, right, in the extension of the punch from the back foot driving up. So when I'm going in, right, when this foot drives up, also gives me the pressure here. So again, here we go. So I pop and punch, stepping in when shin. Right, now from here, I step, and then the punch is going to come under on this first one, right? And I step in, boom, 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 like this. Now, when I finish, I'm opposite foot and opposite fist for the sake of the stepping and going, right? I step and turn. This could be under, this could be over, right? Usually when I'm stepping, I like to do it over, but for application, I like to go under. So I step, turn with the punch, boom, 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 right? From here, opposite. I step, I turn, just like this. Right, so let's look at this again. So here, good character 2, Lat Sau, left hand is in front. I step in, pop and punch. Now I use this Lat Sau stepping, the angle, right, and I punch here. See that? And as I punch, the back foot comes in, boom, boom, boom. And I end opposite for the sake of the drill. I step, turn, leading with the punch, and then I drive off. Right? I end up opposite, step, turn, punch, right, ending up opposite, step, turn, punch. Now, obviously, when you're training and you're using this for sparring, you're not always going to end up with the opposite foot and hand forward. All right, you may end up like here and just on the wind turn right away. But for solo stepping, it's a good way to coordinate your stepping and punching. All right, so this is one way that we can think about how to use gate trapping, being able to use our punches to seal his arms down and be able to get off to the side. Now, you may be thinking, you know, how do I train this footwork? Where is this footwork in the Wing Tsun system, right? Some of the students have asked me, Sifu, I haven't seen this before. And I said, but you have, right? From the first student grade, when we're doing the Lat Sau and we're here, right? And we're going to switch, I step to the side and I go here. And then I step to the side and I go here, right? So this angular footwork, typically I call the Lat Sau angular stepping, right? And you see it right in the beginning, like this. And you step, and you go like this, right? So if you were with a partner training, right, Lat Sau, number one, all right, the first thing you learn in Wing Chun, my punching hand would open, and then I would step and bring the foot with me, and then I would be on the other side like this, okay? So it is there right from the beginning. So for all new students, you can go back and maybe just do a little bit of your Lat Sau solo, stepping, boom, stepping, advancing a little bit, right, changing the angle, right, lifting the foot, right, stepping, changing, fast park, right, going forward. So everything that you learn in terms of Lat Sau for the first 4 student grades, all these programs are really good for you to be able to use for shadow boxing, to be able to use for just getting your body moving and understand the angles and building good muscle memory. Okay, so that's your first piece to practice at home, solo, and then we're going to show you how to apply this stuff with a partner. Okay, so happy training. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. All right, have a good weekend.